out of 6 are believed to have had a partial meltdown. Authorities aren't sure. They have not been able to confirm that because the reactors are too hot at this point to confirm it. They're planning on pumping in seawater, a very unusual maneuver, a desperate maneuver, it's fair to say. We're going to have the latest on that. They've already evacuated an area 20 kilometers, about 12 miles around that Fukushima Daiichi plant. So a number of people have already tested positive. Some 160 people have tested positive for some form of radiation. All today, though, we've been getting a new video of the moment the tsunami hit. And, you know, I know you all saw a lot of tsunami videos in the wake of the tsunami in the Indian Ocean when it hit Banda Aceh in Sri Lanka and Thailand. But we're seeing more videos probably than ever before of this event, an event which was carried live on television. And even in addition to those live images, just today in the last 48 hours, we've been getting a number of new videos as well. I just want to show you 3 of them, and I'm not going to talk over them. I just want you to show it to you as the people in those towns experienced it, in towns along the northeast of Japan, along the coast. Let's watch the first one. Unbelievable images, the waves as they hit the shore. Sanjay Gupta is standing by in Sendai, Japan. He joins us now. Sanjay, what are you hearing? I understand there's a tsunami advisory?
Yeah, you know, Anderson, just as we were getting ready to do a live shot here, all these vehicles with sirens came by, and Japanese obviously warning of another tsunami coming. We have a lot of people now running down the street away from where the ocean is. We're about 500 meters to a kilometer inland, and obviously there's a heightened sense of panic and fear here. And if you remember when we were in Haiti, similar sort of things were happening. There was intermittent concerns, worries, and panics about a tsunami after that earthquake, which did not materialize. We've been here for a few minutes now. We have not seen any evidence of water coming in, but these sirens and there's obviously a real sense of panic now in this area. About an hour and a half north of Sendai, one of the harder hit areas after the original earthquake and tsunami, and we're just looking out here, and I don't see anything. As I'm talking to you, I'm looking toward where the water would come from. There are, like I said, a few people who are here evacuating, but we're not seeing anything in particular right now. We do have an exit strategy. If we start to see something, we know to go to higher ground, which is pretty much the exit strategy for anybody in this particular area.
Well, Sanjay, I think I speak for all viewers when I say if you want to go now, you should go now. Do you feel the need to...
Well, you know, and it's one of those things where, again, I'm not sure. I think it's, you know, having been through these situations as you have as well, there is a real heightened sense of fear and panic, and understandably so, considering what has happened to this community recently. But sometimes these are sort of false rumors that start to get propagated and just incite more fear and panic in people. So we're trying to, as you do,
we've seen a lot of that today, actually.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that we're reporting what is actually happening, and we're not seeing that actually happened on the ground here. I mean, you know, there's no evidence of it. Again, I think what happens is, again, what we saw in Haiti was that one person will start to say this, it'll start to spread, it becomes a real rumor mill, and it's unclear whether it had any genesis in fact in the first place or not. And I don't know if you can hear that.
There was an aftershock at the start of our program.
I'm just trying to listen in.
So there was an aftershock about 45 or 50 minutes or so ago.
Okay, they are still saying that the tsunami is coming to this area. That's what they're saying, translated from Japanese, Anderson. So we are going to move at this point. These have seemed like official warnings now coming in, as opposed to just citizens being frightened. So we're going to make a move.
All right, go to higher ground, Sanjay. We'll check in with you. Try to get us on the phone once you get to higher ground. Again, we had a number of these situations throughout the day as tsunami advisories, and as I said, there was an aftershock. I believe I was told, according to local media, that I registered about a 6.2. That happened earlier on the program. Maybe at some point we can re-rack the tape and show you. I think we were on air for it. The ground kind of shifting in the area that I'm at. I'm in an area between Fukushima and Sendai. Soledad O'Brien, who was an hour north of Sendai, didn't necessarily feel that aftershock, and I understand people in Tokyo did feel the aftershock. So again, this is an ongoing situation, ongoing emergencies, and not only relating to the tsunami and to the earthquake, and recovery and relief efforts still very much underway and still very much early days. There could be still a lot of survivors trapped underneath the wreckage, as we've seen in other situations, sometimes days after people are still found. And the situation to the south in the city of Fukushima, where you have a number of nuclear plants that there are emergency situations in particular in the joint plant. 2 out of 6 of the reactors believed to have experienced at least a partial meltdown. Government authorities have not been able to confirm that, though. But we're going to have some reporting on that in the hour ahead. We're going to take a quick break, and our live coverage continues.
Of year, Red Lobster creates so many irresistible ways to treat yourself to lobster. Like our new lobster and shrimp trio with a Parmesan lobster bake. Our decadent lobster lover's dream with both sweet Maine and buttery rock lobster.
A song by Paul Beckman, Paul Rainbow song. A song that's going to be called "In the Midst of Reporting They Might Be Experiencing Another Tsunami." Using the guitar chords A minor and G7. Well, in the midst of reporting a story, they heard an official warning saying, "Leave like a bird, fly away to higher ground, fly away to higher ground. It's a comet, it's galloping in the sea." Got another warning of a tsunami coming towards Japan again, you see. Well, they're still looking at the devastation, but now they're gonna have to seek and go for higher ground again. There's another one coming, another and another and another. Those earthquakes just keep happening, and then the tsunamis. Well, have you ever seen anything like that before? Could it give you a phobia one time more? Afraid to be in a house or anything with a ceiling, for fear that it would be starting falling. Hey, hey, don't give in to the fear. Hey, hey, don't give in to the fear. Hey, hey, don't be aware, and if you to leave. Whoa. Search for higher ground now. Exit strategy number 1. Search for higher ground. Exit strategy 101.